Lily was a young woman who loved tea more than anything. Every morning she would wake up, stretch her arms, and head straight to the kitchen to prepare her favorite drink. She had a special collection of teas from all around the world: green tea from Japan, black tea from India, herbal tea from the mountains, and even a rare white tea from China. One day, while sipping her freshly brewed chamomile tea, she heard a knock on the door. It was her best friend, Ben. "Lily, you won't believe this," Ben said excitedly. "There's a new tea shop in town. They say they have the rarest and most delicious teas." Lily's eyes lit up. "Really? We have to go," she exclaimed. Without wasting any time, they grabbed their coats and rushed to the new tea shop. As soon as they stepped inside, the warm aroma of spices and fresh tea leaves filled the air. The shop was beautifully decorated with wooden shelves full of colorful tea tins. An elderly man with a kind smile greeted them. "Welcome to the Golden Leaf. Are you looking for something special?" Lily nodded eagerly. "I love tea. I want to try something new and exciting." The shopkeeper chuckled. "Ah, a true tea lover. I have just the thing for you. A secret blend that only a few have ever tasted." Lily and Ben exchanged curious glances. What could this mysterious tea be? Lily's heart raced with excitement. A secret blend? She had tasted many teas before, but this sounded special. The shopkeeper carefully reached for a small golden tin from the top shelf. He opened it, and a rich floral aroma filled the air. "This tea is called Moonlight Bloom," he said. "It only grows in a hidden valley, and it is harvested under the full moon. People say it has a magical effect." Ben raised an eyebrow. "Magical? What does it do?" The old man smiled mysteriously. "Some say it brings wonderful dreams. Others say it reveals hidden truths, but no one knows for sure." Lily was fascinated. "I have to try it," she said eagerly. The shopkeeper carefully prepared the tea. He poured hot water over the delicate leaves, and the tea turned a beautiful silver blue color. The steam carried a sweet, calming scent. Lily took a sip. Instantly, she felt warmth spread through her body. A strange, peaceful feeling washed over her, as if she was floating on a cloud. Ben watched her closely. "How do you feel?" Lily opened her mouth to speak, but suddenly the room around her blurred. She blinked, and when she opened her eyes again, she was no longer in the tea shop. She was standing in a vast, glowing garden filled with shining flowers and twinkling lights. Lily looked around in amazement. The garden shimmered under a soft golden glow, and the air was filled with the sweet scent of blooming flowers. Strange, glowing butterflies fluttered past her, their wings sparkling like tiny stars. "Where am I?" she whispered. Just then, a gentle voice spoke behind her. "You have entered the realm of tea dreams." Lily turned and saw a woman dressed in flowing robes, her hair adorned with delicate tea leaves and petals. Her eyes were kind yet mysterious. "The realm of tea dreams?" Lily repeated in awe. "But how did I get here?" The woman smiled. "The Moonlight Bloom tea brought you here. Only those with a true love for tea can enter this realm. You have been chosen." Lily's mind raced with questions. Chosen? For what? The woman gestured toward a glowing pathway. There is a secret about tea that few people know. If you wish to learn it, you must follow the path and discover the truth for yourself. Lily hesitated for a moment, but her curiosity was stronger than her fear. She took a deep breath and stepped forward. As she walked down the path, the garden changed. The flowers seemed to whisper, the trees swayed gently as if guiding her, and in the distance, she could hear the soft bubbling of a hidden stream. Then, suddenly, she saw something strange. A tall golden teapot sitting in the middle of a small pond. Steam rose from its spout, forming shapes in the air. Images of people, places, and moments in time. Lily gasped. Is this showing the past? The woman's voice echoed softly. Not just the past. It reveals the memories hidden in every cup of tea. Lily's heart pounded. What secrets would she uncover next? Lily stared in awe at the golden teapot, its steam swirling into delicate images. An old woman sipping tea by a fireplace, a young boy laughing as he shared a cup with his grandfather, a traveler resting with a warm mug in hand after a long journey. Each scene felt alive, full of emotions and memories. The past, the memories. They're all inside the tea, Lily whispered. The mysterious woman nodded. Tea is more than just a drink. Every leaf carries a story, every cup holds a memory. When you drink tea, you are tasting moments of the past. Lily's mind spun. She had always loved tea, but she had never thought of it this way before. Does this mean I can see my own past through tea? She asked hesitantly. The woman smiled. Would you like to try? Lily nodded. The woman waved her hand, and the golden teapot shimmered. A delicate porcelain cup appeared before Lily, filled with a glowing amber liquid. Drink, the woman said softly. Lily lifted the cup to her lips and took a small sip. At once, a wave of warmth rushed through her. The world around her blurred again, and suddenly she wasn't in the glowing garden anymore. She was in a cozy kitchen, a familiar one. She gasped. This is my grandmother's house. She saw herself as a little girl, sitting at the table, her tiny hands wrapped around a cup of tea. Her grandmother, a kind woman with silver hair, smiled warmly. Tea isn't just about taste, Lily, her grandmother's voice echoed. It's about love, memories, and the people we share it with. Lily felt a lump in her throat. She had almost forgotten this moment. It was one of the last times she had tea with her grandmother before she passed away. The scene slowly faded, and Lily found herself back in the glowing garden. Tears welled up in her eyes, not from sadness, but from the deep, beautiful feeling of reconnecting with a precious memory. The woman touched her shoulder gently. Now you understand. Tea is more than a drink. It is a bridge to the past, a keeper of stories. Lily wiped her eyes and smiled. I think I love tea even more now. The woman chuckled. Then your journey is just beginning. The garden around Lily started to fade, and a familiar voice called her name. Lily, wake up! She blinked, and suddenly she was back in the tea shop. Ben was shaking her gently. Are you okay? You just sat there with your eyes closed. Lily looked around, dazed. The tea shop, the kind shopkeeper, the golden tin, it was all there. But something felt different. She looked down at her empty cup. Had it all been a dream? Lily smiled softly. I'm fine, Ben. Just thinking about tea in a whole new way. Lily sat in the tea shop, her mind still swirling with the experience she had just lived through or dreamed. She wasn't sure anymore. The memory of the glowing garden, the golden teapot, and her grandmother's warm smile felt so real. Ben waved a hand in front of her face. Lily, seriously, are you okay? You look like you just saw a ghost. She blinked and smiled. Not a ghost, just something incredible. The old shopkeeper watched her closely. Ah, he said with a knowing nod. It seems the moonlight bloom tea has shown you something special. Lily hesitated. You knew this would happen? The shopkeeper chuckled softly. Not everyone experiences what you did. Only those with a deep connection to tea can enter the realm of tea dreams. Ben looked confused. Realm of what now? Lily turned to him, excitement growing inside her. Ben, I saw something amazing. A whole world inside the tea, a garden, a golden teapot that showed memories, and I saw my grandmother. Ben's eyes widened. Wait, you mean like magic? The shopkeeper smiled but didn't answer. Instead, he gently placed a small golden key on the counter. If you truly wish to understand, take this. Lily picked up the key. It was warm in her hand, almost pulsing with energy. What is this for? The shopkeeper nodded toward a door at the back of the shop, one she hadn't noticed before. It was made of dark wood, with an intricate carving of a teacup and steam curling into a swirling pattern. That door, he said, only opens for those who are ready. Lily's heart pounded. She turned to Ben. Are you coming with me? Ben hesitated, then grinned. Are you kidding? There's no way I'm missing this. Lily took a deep breath, gripping the key tightly, and stepped toward the mysterious door. As she slid the key into the lock and turned it, the door creaked open, revealing a dimly lit passageway lined with shelves of ancient tea leaves, glowing softly in the darkness. Lily and Ben exchanged a look. Then together they stepped inside. As Lily and Ben stepped through the mysterious door, the air around them changed. The scent of tea leaves and spices filled their senses, but there was something else, something ancient. The dim hallway stretched forward, lined with wooden shelves that glowed faintly, each holding delicate jars and tins of tea. Ben ran a finger over one of the jars, reading the label. Eternal jasmine, harvested once every 100 years? What kind of place is this? Lily was just as amazed. She carefully picked up a tin labeled Whispering Oolong and felt a strange hum in her fingers, as if the leaves were alive. The shopkeeper's voice echoed softly from behind them. This is the archive of forgotten teas. They turned to see him standing in the doorway, his eyes twinkling. These teas, he continued, are no longer found in the outside world. Each one carries a story, a memory, a secret. Lily's heart raced. Why are they here? Why are they forgotten? The shopkeeper sighed. Because people forget. The world moves fast and some traditions fade. But tea remembers. Ben glanced around, rubbing his arms. Okay, this is officially the strangest tea shop I've ever been in. The shopkeeper chuckled. You have only just begun to explore. He reached for a small wooden box and opened it, revealing 3 tiny teacups and a small dark pouch. Would you like to taste a tea that no one has had in centuries? Lily's curiosity burned inside her. Yes, Ben groaned but nodded. Fine, but if I start floating or seeing ghosts, I'm blaming you. The shopkeeper carefully brewed the tea, his movements precise and graceful. When he poured the liquid into the cups, it shimmered like liquid gold. The scent was unlike anything Lily had ever smelled, warm, rich, and somehow familiar. She lifted the cup to her lips and took a sip. Instantly, the world around her melted away. She was no longer in the tea shop. She was standing in a grand courtyard under a starry sky, surrounded by people in elegant robes, sipping tea from delicate cups. Lush gardens stretched around her, and in the center of it all was a magnificent tree with silver leaves, glowing softly in the night. A young woman in a flowing gown turned to Lily and smiled. Welcome back. Lily's breath caught in her throat. Back? The woman nodded. You've been here before, Lily. You just don't remember, yet. Lily stared at the mysterious woman. I've been here before, but how? The woman smiled gently. Tea connects souls across time. Every sip carries a memory, a story. You have walked this path before, in another life. Lily felt a strange warmth in her heart. She looked around at the glowing silver tree, the elegant tea ceremony, the peaceful faces of the people around her. It all felt familiar. Suddenly, images flashed through her mind, herself in another time, another place, sitting under this very tree, learning the art of tea-making, sharing stories, laughter, and wisdom with others. Tears filled her eyes. I understand now, she whispered. The woman took Lily's hands. Tea is more than a drink. It is a bridge between past and present, a way to cherish moments and connect hearts. Now it is your turn to share this wisdom. Lily gasped as the world around her faded, and in the next instant, she was back in the tea shop. Ben was shaking her shoulder. Lily, you spaced out again. Lily blinked and looked at the shopkeeper, who was watching her with knowing eyes. I remember, she said softly. Tea isn't just a drink. It's a way to keep memories alive, to bring people together, to slow down and appreciate life. The shopkeeper nodded. And now you must share that lesson with others. Lily smiled and turned to Ben. Come on, let's go have some tea. I have a story to tell you. As they stepped out of the tea shop, Lily felt different, wiser, calmer, and more connected to the world around her. She knew now that every cup of tea wasn't just a drink. It was a memory, a connection, a moment of peace in a busy world, and she would never take it for granted again. Moral tea, like life, is meant to be savored. It teaches us patience, mindfulness, and the importance of cherishing moments with loved ones. In a world that moves too fast, a simple cup of tea reminds us to slow down, connect, and appreciate the beauty of the present.